Welcome boys. In this video we are going to be recharging the AC system on my BMW e38. So this thing's been chilling for maybe the last month. I've been driving the Crown Vic and I became quite used to the AC system in the Crown Vic. Well, once we got the oxygen sensor and our pulleys and our belts, everything replaced for general maintenance, and I was driving it to work, I noticed, hey, you know what, this thing isn't quite as cold as the Crown Vic. Now, I don't know if it's lost any of its charge, as in, well, maybe, you know, it was always like this, and I'm just more used to the Crown Vic. That's probably what's happened, but now that I've seen the Crown Vic is so cold you have to turn it off, and this is not the case, we're going to check the pressures and then add some refrigerant as necessary. Now, I was looking in the TIS to see what the proper pressures are, and it didn't tell me anything really. It just gives me the procedure for vacuuming and putting the new refrigerant in. So the proper way to do this is, of course, to evacuate all of the refrigerant out and put 1.5 pounds plus or minus 0.05 pounds. So there's 60 ounces in a pound. 16 plus 8, of course, is 24. So you do want 24 ounces of refrigerant after you vacuumed everything out. But we're not going to do that because it still blows cold. It's just not as cold as that. So we're going to hook up our gauges, high and low side, to our fittings. Let's see. This is the low side right here. This is the high side right here. So we're going to hook those gauges up. They need to be in the closed position here and there before you do that. And then we're going to start the car, let it run. And when she gets up to temp, and as the AC has been blowing for a little while, we're going to go check the pressures and add refrigerant as necessary. Okay, so let's go ahead and hook up our gauges. We'll do the low side first. Alrighty, put that there so we don't lose it. And this is just the quick disconnect type, which everyone should be familiar with. Alright, that's secure. Remember, this has the mechanical fan, so you just want to make sure that we got our hoses kind of in an area not near where our fan's going to go and cause a ruckus. Okay, valve's closed. Alrighty. Closed. Go ahead and start the car. Alright, we have maximum air conditioning on. Check back with you guys in a few minutes then, once we're up to operating temperature. Okay, we've been running a few minutes now, so what we're going to do is go ahead and open these valves, there and there, and you just want to turn them to the open position until the needles move. You don't want to freaking open them all the way. Alright, so we got movement over here now. And moving on the high side. Okay. So it looks like that's 0 and that's 50. And we're about halfway between. We're rocking 25 psi on the low. About 165, 160 on the high. So those pressures are both a little low, which generally means you're low on refrigerant. So there's depending on what these gauges say, you could have both too high, both too low, low side too high, high side too low, and vice versa. So if they're both kind of low, you generally have not a lot of refrigerant. If they're both like the same, then your compressor's shot. It's not doing anything. But in this case, it just looks like we're a little low on refrigerant, which is what I assumed we were. Now, since I couldn't find what I wanted to find earlier, exactly what my pressure should be, we do have kind of a little cheat sheet. Assuming you guys can even see it. We've got the ambient temperature, which is around 79 degrees right now, so we'll round that up to 80. You need between 40 and 50 psi on the low side, and between 175 and 210 on the high side. So, high side is, a little low, but not a whole lot. And then the low side's kind of low, should be 40 to 50. Like I said, we're rocking maybe like 25. So we'll beef it up a scotch by adding our refrigerant. Okay, and because I don't have an actual valve that would be similar to this that you would attach from here to there, what we've done is kind of improvised a little. So we already checked the accuracy of this gauge against this gauge, and this one's reading about 25, a little low, just like this one is. So we know the low side gauge is in fact accurate. So again, we just need to bump it up to 40 to 50. So what we're going to do is put a little bit of refrigerant in here with this. We can still monitor the low side pressure here, and we can monitor the high pressure side with this gauge. So that's what we're going to do. I can feel it starting to go in now. Can's getting cold. Let's see what our high side is now. High side's almost 200. Low side's not quite yet to 30. That a little bit more, because we're still off by a little bit on the low side. Put the low side back on, and then I'm going to take this and put it on the windshield where I can see it, and then we're going to rev it up and then make sure that we're at the correct pressure we need to be. So again, make sure this is closed when you put it on. Like I said, we don't want to overfill this thing. Well, as long as it's better than it was before, that's still considered a win. Alright. We want to avoid that cooling fan if we can. I'd say we should be fine there. Alright. That's about 1500 RPM. The pressure's gone down, actually. So we do need more. So it feels cold, which is good, but we need to go a little more. We're about 225 now on the high at this low idle. If I had another person here, I could have them rev the engine, or if I had a mechanical throttle body, I could wedge something in there. But we have no such luxury. Put a little more in. So we're going to open the valve. Okay. So let's, again, try not to take anything out on the fan. There we go. Okay. All right. So about 2,000 RPMs. Our high side is down to 200 PSI. And the high or the low side still showing about 25. What's my chart say again? Should be 40, 50 on the low side and 175 to 210. So high side pressure is good. And the low side's still a bit low, but that's not actually a bad thing in this sense, because the colder, your air is going to actually be colder if there's a bigger pressure differential between the high and the low side. Okay. And it feels pretty damn cold in here now, so I'd say that's good. Okay, so there we go. That is recharging the AC system. Like I said, remember, the actual proper way is suck everything out and you put in exactly this correct amount of weight. But if you don't do that, you don't have the tools, or you don't feel like doing that, you know, you can use pressure and temperature to kind of figure out about how much refrigerant you need to add, and you can just go until your gauges say, yeah, it's full within spec. So that's what we did. That's what we're doing. So hopefully this helps you guys, and this really can apply to any car. I just decided to do it on the E38, put it on the E38 playlist because we just happen to be doing it on this car, and I plan on driving this thing some more because we still got to do ball joints on that. So we're going to drive this guy, and she should be good for the rest of the week, nice and cool. Thanks for watching, boys. Peace.